Hello friends, today we are going to learn active voice and passive voice. We will see three things here. What exactly are active and passive voice, basic structure of them, and when to use each of them. In the next video, we will see how to convert active voice into passive voice in depth. So, this video is going to be a basic building block for active passive voice. Please watch it till the end as it is very important topic of grammar and mostly asked in any competitive exams or academic exams. So let's get started. So what exactly is an active voice? In active voice, subject performs the action and object receives the action. For example, I love my subscribers. And yeah, now back to our example, I love my subscribers. So here I is the subject and what is the action? It's love. And who is at the receiving end? It's you, the subscribers. So in the active sentences, the sentence structure is straightforward. Subject plus verb plus object. Please remember this structure properly. Let's look into the passive voice. Passive voice is used to show interest in the person or object that experiences an action rather than the person who is performing it. Whole order is reverse here. You can note it. What does that mean? Let's say we have the same sentence that we looked previously. I love my subscriber. Here the subject I is doing the action. Sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object. In the passive sentence, the object takes the place of subject and subject takes the place of object with a by being added to it. So it's like this: object plus verb plus by plus subject. Here verb's third form is used. Now if I convert the sentence that we just discussed, it would be my subscriber are loved by me. Here my subscriber is the object, loved is the verb's third form, by me is the subject. Here my subscribers are receiving the action of love by me. Now I think you are clear about the difference and the general sentence structure between the two. Please note that both the sentences I love my subscriber and my subscribers are loved by me are exactly same in the meaning. Now you might be thinking, if both sentences are identical in meaning, then which one to use? We generally use active voice only. Then your next question would be, then when to use passive voice and what's the need of it? There are two main cases when you should use passive voice. When you don't know the subject at all. For example, Steve's wallet was stolen. Here, wallet is the object and it was stolen. But we don't know by whom. So, we don't know the subject here. And so we have used passive voice here. Let's see another example. All the cookies have been eaten. Here also, we are not aware about the subject, that is, who ate the cookies. So you can use passive voice here. Now let's look into the next case when we can use it. When you want to give more importance to the action rather than the subject who performed the action. For example, solar plant will be built in Gujarat. Here we are giving more importance to the solar plant being built and least concern about the person who are building it. So we are giving more importance to the actual object and the action that is performed on that object rather than who is building it. Let's see next example. The road is being repaired. Here also we are not interested in who is repairing the road. We are interested in the repair activity. So these are the main two cases where you can use passive voice. That's all in this video about active voice and passive voice. Now let's quickly revise what we have learned in this video. Firstly, we discussed what are active voice. Here the subject performs the action and object receives the action. General sentence structure of it is subject plus verb plus object. Then we discussed about passive voice. Here, more importance is given to the object and the action that is being performed rather than who has performed the action. General sentence structure of it is object plus verb plus by plus subject. Please note that these are just the general structure and modifications of the structure are based on tenses that we will be discussing in the next video. Then we discussed about when to use passive voice. Two main reasons of it are when you don't know the subject at all, and second, when you want to focus on the action and the object rather than who did it. That's all for now about active passive voice in this video. Hello friends, welcome to the second part in the series of active and passive voice. In this video, we will learn how to convert any active voice into passive voice. Please watch this video very carefully till the end and you will be a pro in active passive voice. Okay, so let's get started. Let's first quickly remember what we have learned in our previous video. There are two ways in which we can describe an action performed by the subject in relation with the object. First, active voice. Here, subject performs the action and object receives the action. Sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object. Second, passive voice. An action is performed on the object by the subject. Sentence structure here is object plus helping verb plus verb's third form plus by and then subject. Let's see an example here to make things clear. Active voice. Mayank repaired my car. In the same sentence, in passive voice is my car was repaired by Mayank. Both the sentences are same in meaning but the context changes. In the first sentence, subject Mayank is given more importance and we get to know that he is the person who is performing the repair activity on the car, which is an object. In the second sentence, we are giving more importance to the object car and the action performed by the subject rather than the subject itself. Now, we generally use active voice only, but there are two reasons of using passive voice. If you want to give less importance to the subject and focus more on action and the receiver of action. And second is if you don't know the subject at all. We have discussed this in our previous video with more examples, so please check that video if you haven't already or need a revision. Now let's see how we can convert any active voice to passive voice. There are basically 5 simple steps in converting an active voice to passive. Let's see them one by one. First, identify the subject, object and main verb in any sentence. Second, swap subject with the object and object with the subject. Third, convert the main verb into the third form of verb. Fourth, add a proper helping verb of to be before main verb. And fifth, add preposition by before the subject. So, at the end, the sentence structure of passive voice is object plus helping verb plus verb's third form plus by and then subject. These are the simple 5 steps which we need to follow. There are two important things that needs to be remembered here. Firstly, when replacing the subject with the object, if the subject is pronoun, then conversion will be like this. I will become me, he will become hims, she will become her, we becomes us, and they becomes them. Please remember this properly. Secondly, we need to add proper helping verb of to be before the main verb. This helping verb is decided based on tenses. With an example of main verb right, let's look into the different helping verbs as per the tenses one by one which we need to learn. Simple present. Here in active voice we have verbs first form write or writes, while in passive voice we add is or am or are depending on whether the object is singular or plural and written. For present continuous, in active voice, we have is or am or are depending on subject is singular or plural and writing. While in passive voice, we add being helping verb with is, am or are written as a verb. Present perfect tense, in active voice, we use have written. While in passive voice, we add been helping verb after have and written. For simple past, in active voice, we use wrote, which is verb's past form, while in passive voice, we add was or verb, helping verb, and verb's third form, written. Past continuous tense, in active voice, we use was or were, writing, while in passive voice, we add being helping verb after was, were, and written. For past perfect tense, in active voice, we use had written, while in passive voice, we use helping verb been after had and written, which is verb's third form. For simple future tense, in active voice, we use will write, while in passive voice, we use helping verb will be and written, which is verb's third form. And for future perfect tense, in active voice, we use will have written, while in passive voice, we use helping verb been after have and written, which is verb's third form. So, these are the 8 tenses chart for understanding which helping verb to use. Now, you must have noticed that we haven't used 4 tenses which are present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous and future perfect continuous. In English grammar, we don't convert sentences of these tenses to passive as it is not grammatically correct. For more understanding about tenses, please watch playlist on all tenses. Links are in the description. Now we will see examples of each 8 of them to make things clearer. Let's see for simple present tense. The active sentence is he writes a letter. Now to convert it into passive, we will use the 5 steps we discussed previously. Step 1 is to identify subject, object and main verb in the sentence. Here, who is doing the action? It's he. So, it's a subject. What is the action performed? It's write. So, it's a verb. And on what the action is performed? It's the letter. So, it's an object. Now that we have identified the subject, object and verb, let's move to the next step. Second, swap. Now, we need to swap object to subject and subject to object. So, a letter will come at the first place and he will be turned into him and positioned last where the object was there. In the step 3, we need to convert main verb to the third form. So, it will be written. In the step 4, we need to add a helping verb. So, it will be is written as it is simple present tense. Now if you read the sentence, it is a letter written him. Do you think that the sentence is complete? No, it's not. That's where step 5 will come. In step 5, we need to add by before him. Now the whole sentence is completed. A letter is written by him. I hope you are clear with all the steps. Now let's see an example of present continuous tense. Active voice. Javed is making a cake. First step is to identify subject, object and verb. Here, who is performing an action? It's Javed. So, it's the subject. What's the action performed? It's making. So, it's a verb. And what's at the receiving end? It's the cake. So, it's an object. Now, in step 2, we need to swap the position of subject Javed and the object a cake. After that, in step 3, we need to convert verb to its third form. So it will be maked. Now, moving to step 4, we need to add a helping verb of to be. In present continuous, we add here is being. Lastly, to make the sentence complete, we attach by before the subject. The final passive voice sentence is a cake is being made by Javed. Now, let's see example of present perfect tense. Sentence. I have eaten a burger. Passive sentence, firstly, we need to identify SVO, that is subject, verb and object. So here, I is the subject, eaten is the verb and a burger is the object. Now let's swap the position of object and subject. Here it will be a burger and at this position it will be me. Now converting the main verb to third form, it will be eaten. Next, adding a suitable helping verb, it will be has been. And lastly, we need to add by here to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence is a burger has been eaten by me. Now let's see example of simple past tense. Active sentence. He bought a car. Passive sentence. Firstly, we need to identify subject, verb and object. Here he is the subject, bought is the verb and a car is the object. Now let's swap the position of subject and object. So here it will be a car and at this position it will be him. Now converting the main verb to third form, it will be bought. Next, adding a suitable helping verb, it will be was. And lastly, we need to add by here to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence is a car was bought by him. Now let's see an example of past continuous tense. Active sentence. Sarah was singing a song. In passive sentence, firstly let's get the SVO, that is subject, verb and object. So here Sarah is the subject, singing is the verb and a song is the object. Now let's swap the position of subject and object. So here it will be a song and at this position it will be Sarah. Converting the main verb to third form, it will be sung. Next, adding a suitable helping verb of to be, it will be was being. Lastly, we added a by to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence is a song was being sung by Sarah. Let's see example of past perfect tense. Active sentence. Jay had finished homework. In passive sentence, firstly the subject here is Jay, verb is finished and object is homework. Let's swap the position of subject and object. So here it will be Jay and at this position it will be homework. Now converting the main verb to the third form, it will be finished. Next, adding a suitable helping verb of to be, it will be had been. And lastly, we need to add by here to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence is like this. Homework had been finished by Jay. Now let's see example of simple future tense. Active sentence. She will accept the order. Passive sentence. Firstly subject here is she, verb is accept and object is offer. Now let's swap the position of subject and object. So here it will be her and at this position it will be the offer. Now converting the main verb to third form, it will be accepted. Next, adding a suitable helping verb of to be, it will be. And lastly, we need to add by here to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence is the offer will be accepted by her. Great. Now let's see an example of future perfect tense. Active sentence. I will have charged the battery. Passive sentence. Firstly, the subject here is I, verb is charged and object is the battery. Now let's swap the position of subject and object. So here it will be me and at this position it will be the battery. Now converting the main verb to third form, it will be charged. Next, adding a suitable helping verb of to be, it will be will have been. Lastly, we need to add by here to make the sentence complete. So the whole sentence is the battery will have been charged by me. These are the 8 ways in which you can convert an active voice to passive voice. Now I am sure that you will not have difficulty in conversion of active to passive voice. That's all in active passive voice in this video. Let's revise what we have learned in this video. We defined the 5-step formula to convert any active voice to passive. First step, is to identify the subject, object and verb in any sentence. Second step is to swap the subject with the object and object with the subject. Third step is to convert main verb to its third form, that is past participle form. Fourth step is to add a suitable helping verb before the main verb based on tenses. And then finally add a by before a subject to make it complete. That's all in this video.
Generally, two types of questions: direct question and yes-no type of questions. Number 1, direct question. This type of questions begins with a question word or WH word in English. Which are these words? These are words like who, what, why, when, where, how. And number 2, yes-no type of question. They generally start with a helping verb followed by the subject. These words are words like is, am, are, was, were, do, did. These questions are designed to answer simply either a yes or a no. Today we will learn how to convert an active to passive voice in case of a yes-no type of question. Example number 1. Does he write a letter? Step 1. Convert interrogative sentence to assertive. So it becomes he writes a letter. Step 2 is to identify subject, object and main verb in the sentence. Here, who is doing the action? It's he. So, it's the subject. What is the action performed? It's write. So, it's a verb. And on what the action is performed? It's the letter. So, it's an object. Now that we have identified the subject, object and verb, let's move to the next step. Step 3. Swap. Now we need to swap object to subject and subject to object. So a letter will come in the first place and he will be turned into him and positioned last where the object was there. Now in step 4 we need to convert the main verb to the third form. So it will be written, right? Now in step 5 we need to add a helping verb, so it will be is written as it is in simple present tense. Now, if you read the sentence, it is a letter written him. Do you think the sentence is complete? No, right? That's where step 6 will come. In step 6, we need to add by before him. Now, the whole sentence is completed. A letter is written by him. Finally, step 7 is to convert the assertive sentence to interrogative. We will move the helping verb in the first place. So, the sentence will become like this. Is a letter written by him? Finally, we got the sentence into a passive form. I hope you are clear about all the steps. Let's look into the next example. Am I doing homework? Converting it to assertive sentence, it becomes I am doing homework. Applying the next 5 steps, the sentence becomes homework is being done by me. Finally, converting it back to interrogative sentence, it becomes is homework being done by me? Applying the next 5 steps, the sentence becomes the mouse was killed by the cat. Finally, converting it back to interrogative form, it becomes was the mouse killed by the cat? Let's look into the next example. Will my father cook the food? Converting it to assertive sentence, it becomes my father will cook the food. Applying the next 5 steps, the sentence becomes the food will be cooked by my father. Finally, converting it back to interrogative sentence, it becomes will the food be cooked by my father? Let's look into the last example. Have you finished work? Converting it to assertive sentence, it becomes you have finished work. Applying the next 5 steps, the sentence becomes work has been finished by you. Finally, converting it back to interrogative sentence, it becomes has work been finished by you? I hope now you will be able to convert a yes-no type of question to passive form. I am giving you an exercise for practice. The sentences are Is Shubham writing homework? Can anybody cure it? Will you help him? Please provide me your answers in the comment section. I will be waiting for your reply. That's all in today's video. You were playing chess. Step 3. Convert to passive form. Chess was being played by you. Step 4. Convert assertive to interrogative. Was chess being played by you? Step 5. Add the WH word again. When was chess being played by you? Finally, we got the passive form. Let's look into some more example where WH word is not being changed. Which book do you like? Now that you know the step, I won't be going in depth for the next examples. Converting it to passive, it becomes which book is liked by you. Let's look into the next example. What have you written? Converting it to passive, it becomes what has been written by you. Let's look into one more example of this kind. How did you solve the problem? Converting it to passive, it becomes how was the problem solved by you? Now let's look into examples where WH word gets changed. Who taught you English? While converting it to passive, it becomes by whom were you taught English? Notice the change of who to by whom. Let's look into the next example. Whom do you teach? While converting to passive form, it becomes who is taught by you. Notice the change of whom to who. These are various examples related to WH form. I hope now you will be able to convert this kind of sentences.